In this video, we're in Tokyo Disneyland. Hey, I'm Jasmine, Florida raised, now in Texas, exploring theme parks and so much more around the world. This is day 2 of our Tokyo Disney trip. If you missed our day 1 at my favorite theme park ever, Tokyo Disney Sea, I'll link it in this video below. Started our day taking the uniquely Tokyo Disneyland monorail, then waited in this intimidating long line. But let me tell you how efficiently we got in. US parks need to take notes. We walked right in and off the bat realized that this isn't your average Magic Kingdom park, as we walked into not Main Street, but World Bazaar. Then took the first right and headed straight towards the most anticipated ride of the trip, Enchanted Tale of Beauty and the Beast. This ride opened up in late 2020, and of all my research, this was the ride that everyone said that we could not miss. Now, like I said in my previous video, if you're one that doesn't want to be spoiled, I'll attach a timestamp to skip over right here, which in my opinion, you should. This ride is worth getting surprised with. It is incredible. Now, a little backstory. I was told when I was a child, I would watch Beauty and the Beast over and over and over again, multiple times a day, almost every day. It was, and still is, a comfort movie for me. My all-time favorite. So you can imagine I was excited for this one. And just seeing the queue with all the details, I already had goosebumps and I knew this was going to be good. Now we enter the pre-show, and with the music and the visuals and the animatronics of Belle and Beast, my jaw about dropped to the floor. Of course, it was all in Japanese, but if you knew the movie, you needed no translation. And just when I thought it couldn't get any better, it got better. With each step in line, it was like walking right through the movie itself. It was so overstimulating, but in the best way possible. I was pointing out every detail I could find like a child going through a scavenger hunt. I couldn't get over it, and this was just the line. Now, as we entered the teacups, it was finally time to ride. With happy tears running down my face, it was time to eat my feelings away. We went to Gaston's Tavern and had this delicious sandwich that was like grilled cheese and French toast had a baby. Sounds wrong, but it works. Then had this berry cheers drink, sweet, tart, and yummy. Then to top it off with an apple caramel churro for breakfast. It was time to walk into Toontown. And I hadn't been in a Toontown since back in the day when they used to have Mickey's Toontown Fair, I believe it was called, in Magic Kingdom. And walking around this cute land brought all the nostalgic feels. What I never experienced before was Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin, a ride themed after the 1988 film Who Framed Roger Rabbit. This ride is so quirky and animated and just innocent fun. If you've ever seen the movie, you know exactly what this crazy dark ride is going to be about. After that, we walked into Tomorrowland and had a drink from this freaking adorable Baymax vending machine, and then got in line for the happiest ride, the Happy Ride with Baymax. If you're a Disney Worlder, it's like Alien Swirling Saucers, or if you're a Disneylander, it's like Mater's Junkyard Jamboree, but this ride has its own uniqueness. Happy Ride with Baymax has 6 original songs and all come with its own choreography, but it's not just the cast members that dance around to it. It's known to have a following of fans that come into the park not to ride it, but to dance along in the sidelines. We definitely noticed this infectious desire to dance to these adorable beats, and I really did try to learn the dance moves so I could join in on the fun. It was such a fun energy. I loved it so much. Walking past the Cinderella Castle with the original gray and blue motif, it was time for another cute and delicious Tokyo Disney treat. Walked into Sweetheart's Cafe and grabbed Mike's Melon Bread, a honeydew flavored bread with a custard filling. Not too sweet and it hit the spot. Walked right through this covered world bazaar, which, genius by the way, into the next land, Adventureland. And first stop was to ride on Pirate, said to be a bit more like Disneyland California's version, definitely longer with more pirate scenes.
汚ねえ手を船から出すな。でねえと海賊どもにぶった切られる。俺の言葉を信用しろよ。命や。Aye, and tales there be aplenty in this cussed place. Surrender, Captain Jack Sparrow. Where be Captain Jack Sparrow? Speak up, or do you fancy a swim with Davy Jones? Master! Dearie, come on, have a nice go, mate. That's a good lad, come on. Oh, steady now, steady. Yeah. Yo-ho, a pirate's life for me.
Next snack on the docket was at the Great American Waffle Company for the iconic Mickey waffles, where we met up with the sweetest cast member that spotted me recording and showed off these delectable treats for me. I mean, why are the Japanese so dang nice and sweet? I love it. Well, as you can tell, we wore the correct attire for this indulgence, and it was just that. Delicious, warm, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. This treat was just so good. It never fails. Then it was time to ride on Monsters Inc. Ride and Go Seek, the cutest little Monsters Inc. ride. And I know, I'm saying cute so much, but I don't know what it was. Well, anyways, the ride in a nutshell is that they hand you a flashlight to shine on the helmet logos and little monsters pop up. It's just so fun.
ブー、かくれんぼはこうやるんだよ。明かりが消える。楽しいゲームはおしまい。
やあみんなヘルメットを照らしてみて。オッケー、かくれんぼ始め。いやー、ヘルメットだよ。
どこだい？ブー。見えないよ。どこ行っちゃったんだ？
Look at this, look at this. Look. Did you see it? Did you see the magic?
新しい。
また後でね。12時頃部屋のドア開けるから。
Come on, wasn't that adorable? Well, we kept strolling along and found ourselves in not Frontierland as I'm used to back in the States, but Westernland, where we were tempted to go into Country Bear Jamboree to hear them sing in Japanese, but decided we'll probably try it out next time. Finally, we have made it into Fantasyland, the land of all the classics like It's a Small World, which had this beautiful Mary Blair-inspired decor outside, and Alice's Tea Party that, don't be fooled, I may look young, but my adult body won't enjoy this ride easily anymore. Like some of you, I'm sure. I know I'm not alone. And of course, who can have a Magic Kingdom park without a classic ride like Dumbo? Then I grabbed this milk tea popcorn that was so yummy. It was like kettle corn with a hint of tea flavor. Then got on this cute but also frightening Snow White's adventure ride. And of course got hungry again, so went back into Toontown and headed towards Good Time Cafe for what was my favorite eat so far, an egg and chicken sandwich in a bao bun. Savory chicken, creamy egg salad, and the softest bun ever. I'd kill to have this again. And for dessert, a tropical fruit ice bar. And you can't go wrong with anything make you face at this point. We ended up being there around the time of a Donald Duck festival for the spring, and they had the whole park decked out for him with specialty snacks and decor and even this parade. I absolutely love that they do this. Afterwards, we headed into this fun and uniquely Toontown store to shop. We were walking around and noticed a line for a gashapon machine. If you didn't know, in Japan it's very common to find these vending machines that have collectible little toys that they call gashapon or gacha for short. And in Tokyo Disney, of course, they had some themed to the land or area. So once we spotted it, we had to get one, and we ended up with this replica of their chocolate snack that they sell in the park. Speaking of snack, we're off to grab our final eat of the day. This flavorful, perfectly spiced, and hearty Baymax curry. It was so good. Then stumbled across our last land of the day, Critter Country, that houses the original Splash Mountain. It was getting cold, so I didn't ride it, but it gave me comfort seeing that this classic is still alive and well at this park. The day was coming to an end, and I just wanted to say that I can agree with those that say that this park has the best of Magic Kingdom and Walt Disney World and Disneyland California. And in my opinion, it's my favorite castle park in the world. But we have one more thing to enjoy, and it's a good one. Tokyo Disney has their version of the Main Street Electrical Parade, my all-time favorite Disney parade. So we booked a premiere pass at the beginning of our day, and at the end we grabbed our reserved spot to enjoy the magic on our final day at Tokyo Disney Resort. was probably the absolute best way to end our time at Tokyo Disney Resort. My expectations were high for this park, and I'm happy to say it lived up to those expectations. I cannot wait to make a return trip back to this special place. On the next episode, we make it into the city of Tokyo. And spoiler alert, it was incredible. They truly are living in the future. We ordered coffee at a robot cafe, found a retro video game store that had all the Nintendo classics, ate the best tonkatsu ramen, had Japanese wagyu in the basement of a building, and Japan converted this non-seafood eater into a tuna fish lover. You absolutely don't want to miss it.